Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of your Brains Coach podcast. My name is Shurina. I'm your host, I'm your Brains Coach, and just someone with a lot of passion for helping you guys to learn how to use all the brain tools you can use to feel, look, and do your absolute best. And by the way, guys, today I was rethinking, at the end of the year, the beginning of the year, just a lot of changes in my life. And I was thinking about how to rebrand my message and what it is exactly I help people the most with, right? I also started to talk to my prior clients over the years that I had over the years and asking them for testimonials, but it also was interesting to me to hear what actually they consider me to be, right? So I started as a fitness coach. I continued to nutrition for sports and performance. I went to get certified as an integrative health coach and then nutrition coach and then a coach who specializes in flow states and optimal performance. And then I'm just always getting some certifications, like intermittent fasting or recovery or sleep, like one certification after another, just to understand things better, learn things better, and also to help people more holistically, because I will start working on nutrition plan with someone, but then their sleep is all over the place, and I had to understand a little bit more about that, or their stress management is nowhere to be found, and I had to understand that. And so as I'm thinking through all of these things, and now I call myself more often than not brain coach, even though it seems it confuses people more often than not. But the main idea, what I'm trying to bring into the world, what I want to help people and create systems around that, is habits and tools that help you optimize yourself as a holistic human being. It just happens this way that when you optimize for the brain, emotional health, mental health, brain health in general, the whole body kind of works. Brain seems to be, this most demanding nutrients-wise and lifestyle-wise organ that if you do take care of all of its needs, the rest will also take care of itself. Like let's say you don't manage your stress, your brain will the first to suffer, and you're gonna feel not so good, not so happy, anxious, worried. But then that will also affect your body, but you will feel first, usually, those mental and emotional states. Or, for example, if you understand what nutrients are required for a healthy brain and you provide those nutrients in abundance, guess what? All these nutrients are needed for the body too. And if your brain is happy, the rest of the body will be happy too. That's just a little bit of conversation about like who I am, what I'm trying to bring here, and maybe what you want, what you will expect from me on this podcast is this holistic approach to optimizing the self. Right? All of these systems in our body and our brain, it just again happens to be that way, that if you optimize for the brain, the rest kind of works too. Today, guys, I wanted to talk to you about stress management and nutrition and specific nutrients and why, especially when you are going through something challenging, you do need to take your supplements like it's your job. So I just moved to Brazil. And there is a lot of failures, accumulated in my life. And I was given a clear picture of them, kind of like a really kick in the butt on Christmas, Christmas week. And it's still, going. And it's been one of the most challenging weeks of my life, to be honest. It just kind of like landed on me what I was doing wrong and why I need to change like really fast. And then so I moved and have to go through a lot of changes in my business and career. And also I moved to a new country. There is a new language. There is a new place, unfamiliar foods. I don't know many people. It's also, I'm in Sao Paulo actually, and there is no beach. And so it's not that relaxing. Actually, for the good, I wanted to be in a city. But the point is there are so many changes and challenges and stressors, like in all areas of my life, except for my health and fitness, right? But there's a lot of psychological and physical stress going on. And I needed to be very good and specific and clear about my nutrition. And because I'm a nutritionist and because I have a lot of experience, I am, and because I have a lot of habits and a lot of practice. So I know how to get into my routine really fast, what to look in a grocery store for, or what, stores to check out for different supplements and what supplements exactly I need. Like yesterday, I found here in Sao Paulo a sports nutrition store, really good one. And the guy at the store, he didn't speak English not much. And I was looking for a multivitamin and I was checking out all the brands that they have. And he's like, we used also a translator. What are you looking for? Why are you looking at all of these supplements? Are you looking for a specific thing? And I explained to him, well, I don't want, for example, super high percentages of iron or zinc because I'm already good with my nutrition. I just want kind of well-rounded thing. And that's why I'm looking at all of this, minor details, like, okay, how much exactly zinc it has, how much exactly iron, like, is it too much for me or is it okay? Like, does this one have D vitamins or all of the B vitamins? So all of these things, I know how to do that, right? And I know that it is important, especially when you're going through stressful times, to help you to cope with the stressor so you don't get sick. A lot of friends always ask me, like, I get sick, once every 3, 4, 5 weeks. Well, you don't ever get sick. Like, how do you do that? And you do a lot of stuff like travel, interact with people, right? It's not like I sit on my ass and do nothing. And there are a lot of things that I do, but nutrition, guys, is a huge part of it. And let me read you something about stress and nutrition. And we're going to talk about why certain specific supplements are important, especially during stressful times, even if you don't consider them stressful. But if you're going through challenges and things are hard, you have to work hard. Maybe you're a new parent, maybe you have a new business. These are all challenges and stressors. And whether you're aware of that or not, but they do affect you. They do take more resources from you. So let me read you something from the website Be Brain Fit. I just think they really did a good job in this article explaining why nutrition is such a huge factor to help you to cope with the stress, to recover and do better with all the tasks in life. So stress and anxiety increase the body's need for nutrients in a variety of ways. First, the production of stress hormones and neurotransmitters. When your body are going through, and your body and brain are going through stress, you do need to produce certain hormones and neurotransmitters to help your body and brain to respond, right? And so this consumes a big chunk of the reserves of these nutrients. And by nutrients, we mean vitamins and minerals in this specific article, in this specific instance. Then, because stress largely shuts down the digestive system, it really does. You either fight or flight or rest and digest. Digestive system does not work well when we are going through stressful times. That's why it's very important to manage stress. If you are into a healthy lifestyle, you cannot just let it run your life, because all of the other systems like relaxation, or digestion, or reproduction and reproductive health will be shut down. And if you don't manage your stress on a continuous basis long term, these systems really suffer. So stress largely shuts down the digestive system. Fewer nutrients are absorbed from the food we eat. Consequently, our supply of anti-stress vitamins and minerals is decreased, and our tolerance to stress is lowered, right? So you need more of these nutrients. Your digestive system doesn't work that well, and you don't get a larger supply of those nutrients. And it's kind of like a vicious circle, and then you are less likely to cope well with that stress. So many unhealthy habits that people gravitate to when they're stressed and anxious: alcohol, caffeine, smoking, sugar, and recreational drugs deplete those nutrients as well. So from this passage, what you want to understand, again, stress requires more nutrients for you to function properly. But then your digestive system shuts down and you don't get more of those nutrients, you get less. And so your body and your brain get less nutrients to cope with that stress. And all of your systems in the body also start to suffer much more, right? Another interesting fact that you want to understand, let's talk about some specific vitamins and minerals that help you to cope with stress, right? So we have B complex, that's sometimes called anti-stress or energy vitamins, because they are involved in energy production or taking the energy from your food and making that energy into usable energy. And also a lot of them are just involved in digestion and getting those nutrients. But what's also important, B vitamins are also needed to help you to relax, but also B vitamins are needed to create those stress hormones. So let's take vitamin B6, for example. It is used to synthesize stress hormones like adrenaline, noradrenaline, right? So when you're going through stress, you need more of that B6 vitamin and to create more of these stress hormones. So when you're stressed, you need more B6, but you get less of it because your digestion doesn't work that well. But then B6 is also needed to create feel-good neurotransmitters or brain chemicals like GABA or serotonin or dopamine, right? GABA, brain chemical associated with relaxation. If you don't get enough, you feel anxious, overstimulated, overwhelmed, and you can't fall asleep because you have a racing mind. Serotonin also needs B6. And it's a happiness molecule. Low levels of serotonin are linked to negative thinking, anxiety, insomnia, depression, seasonal affective disorder. Dopamine also needs B6. And that one helps you to get motivated, get moving, take action, stay focused, right? And so now you're stressed. You don't manage the stress. The stress consumes B6. You don't have enough B6 for dopamine, serotonin, and GABA, and you feel even more stressed, right? And that's going to continue and continue and continue until you do something to manage your stress and provide plenty of that B6. And because you require a lot more of it, it's very hard to get from food. And plus your digestive system doesn't work that well. And so you need to over-deliver that vitamin, not just in food, but also in supplements. And there are also other vitamins like B1, necessary cofactor to produce GABA, that relaxation molecule that helps you also to deal with stress. Acetylcholine of memory and learning, like brain chemical of memory and learning. Also strengthens immune system, helps regulate blood sugar, improves the ability to even withstand stressful conditions. But again, because of stress, we get less of it. Some minerals, right? So we have B complex, and again, there are a lot of it, like B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, B7, B9, B12. All of them are directly or indirectly involved in accommodating your stress levels, making them better, helping you to cope. But then again, because you're stressed, your digestive system doesn't work that well, and you get less of all of these B vitamins, and you're less capable of coping with that stress. Now let's talk about some of the, by the way, vitamin C also is very stress related. It helps you to create stress hormones like adrenaline, for example, but it also needed to fight that stress and infection. It's needed for immune system, right? So your stress levels go up, your requirement for vitamin C goes up, but your digestion goes down. And especially if you don't start not eating that well, so you get less and less vitamin C, less and less able to cope with stress. And what happens is you get sick, and then you're really in a bad state, not able to deal with any situation. I'm looking at the article here to talk about some of the minerals that zinc. Let's talk about zinc. A lot of people are deficient, like a considerable part of population is deficient in zinc because it's mostly found in things like oysters or seafood or things like meat and dairy products. And a lot of people try to eat less and less of those things, right? Zinc, mineral required for overall health and mental and physical well-being. Found in highest concentrations in the brain it plays a vital role in modulating our response to stress. Zinc is required to synthesize GABA, that relaxation molecule, and balances the activity of this calming neurotransmitter. Along with vitamin B6, zinc is also a cofactor, meaning it is involved in production of serotonin, right? What else? Zinc deficiency is a well-known factor in central nervous system and mental health disorders. Low levels of zinc have been linked to anxiety, depression, memory loss, dementia, bipolar disorder. And zinc deficiency is surprisingly common. An estimated 2 billion people are deficient worldwide. And again, zinc is needed to cope with stress as well. Most people are deficient, right? You eat towards that and you are even less capable to manage stress. And zinc is super important for your immune system, right? Immune system is down regulated when we are going through the periods of chronic stress. And you need more zinc to support that system, but then zinc is needed also to regulate your stress. And you get the idea. It's like you need more of those nutrients. A lot of them you don't get enough on a daily basis in regular times, so leave alone in stressful times. And then so you need all these nutrients, you get less of them because your digestive system shuts down. Maybe also very often what happens during stressful times, challenging times, when you're busy, challenged, you don't pay attention to your nutrition and you get even less of those nutrients and your digestive system works even less. So are you surprised now that you would get sick and depressed and anxious? You just do not get the nutrients that your body and brain need in higher amounts to cope with challenges in your life. And there are different foods, where you can get all these nutrients, and I as a nutritionist know how to optimize for these nutrients and how to get them from foods on a regular basis, no matter where in the world I am. But for a regular person, it would be just too complex, to be honest. Until you build the skill, it's actually simple, but for most people who never learn this, it is quite complex. And so what you need to do is simply get supplements. And they don't have to be super fancy, especially for things like B vitamins. A lot of them are super absorbable. It doesn't matter whether that's some super expensive brand or regular brand, right? So you get your B complex. Just make sure that there are 100% of those vitamins B complex, for example, not just 300 or 400%. You don't need that. You do focus on good quality nutrition, but get your B complex, get additional multivitamin. Again, during stressful times, you need more of that. And also make sure that you have the essential vitamins that are like vitamin D that helps you to cope with stress and maintain well-working immune system, right? If you need any advice on those supplements, because sometimes you can screw it up and don't get essential nutrients that you need to support your the work of your body and your brain during challenging times, during stress. But what I recommend is always get B complex separately, get multivitamin separately, get additional magnesium. Most multivitamin do not have magnesium. If you are not a fan of calcium-rich foods like dairy products, then please do get calcium as well. Make sure that your supplement has vitamin D and check your vitamin D status, because that is important for maintaining good health, immune system, productivity, high energy levels, reproductive health, a lot of things. Vitamin D is very important, right? And zinc, I usually get it separately because I like to take it separately on an empty stomach to let it be absorbed better, because a lot of foods like beans, for example, or grain products will bind to zinc and will not let your body absorb a lot of it. But to start, B complex, good multivitamin, magnesium, and also omega-3s. Like, I'm a huge fish fan. I eat sardines every day, right? But if you do not eat that, omega-3 fatty acids, 2 grams total. So that means you need to get your supplement, omega-3 supplement, and look at the label, and it should say EPA plus DHA, EPA that much per serving, DHA that much per serving, and you get 2 grams, 2,000 milligrams, not other omega-3s, but those specific. So to recap, stress, when you're going through challenges, even if you don't call it stress, whatever you call it, but if you have a lot of stuff going on at work, if you're going, you might be moving also to another country, you might be going through a transition in your business, you might either about to become a parent or just became a parent, right? Or for some reason, you're just going through a lot of stuff in life. It is challenging. It is stress. Whether you're aware of that or not, whether you're the person who's freaking out or just shuts down and quietly keeps it inside, it is still stress. And you need to help your body and brain to cope with that. You need more nutrients to cope with that effectively. Your digestive system doesn't work that well to get more of those nutrients. You probably also don't take such good care of your nutrition when going through all these challenges, right? So do supplement to help your body and your brain to cope with that, to feel better, feel more cheerful, more energized, so you could take more action and change this situation, improve this situation in a more effective manner and much faster. If I were to not take care of myself, I would just probably shut down for a few weeks. I don't know, sit quietly, cry, and just trying to figure out why it all happened, right? No, but instead, also, listening to smart people, talking to friends, to family. But instead, because I take care of myself, I'm like, okay, I have energy, I have drive, I want to take action, and I know that action will produce results the fastest, not thinking about it or not ruminating, okay, what happened to me, etc. So I have the energy, I have the drive because I take care of myself, because I take care of my nutrition, and I take action, and this action will produce results much faster, again, than sitting, doing nothing, hoping for the best and asking yourself why it all happened, right? So, because you need all this additional nutrition, and you might not be that great with eating all of that from whole foods, plus your digestive system is not that effective during stressful times. So what you do, you get your B complex, 100% of all B vitamins, full B complex. Sometimes it would say on a supplement. If you need advice, please reach out via Instagram, Angela Brain Body Coach, or email Angela at brainbreakthroughcoach.com, Angela at brainbreakthroughcoach.com, or Instagram, Angela Brain Body Coach. One word, Angela Brain Body Coach, right? So B complex, you get your multivitamin with 100% of all the vitamins, but all brands have different formulations, right? So I do recommend you to, reach out and consult. If not me, then someone else. So you get your B complex, you get your multivitamin, get your magnesium, make sure that you get your calcium. I recommend to supplement if you are not into dairy products and eating sufficient amounts like 500 milliliters of yogurt or kefir, right? So magnesium, your calcium. I also get additional zinc in the formulation. It should have 10 milligrams or so, because you don't want to be over consuming it either. Getting too much of that stuff also not a great thing. And omega-3 fatty acids, anti-inflammatory, help your immune system to work better, help your body to cope with stress better, help your brain to work better. Your brain is actually made of those omega-3s, right? So, and you want your brain to work well when going through stressful times, and you want to reduce this inflammation that is happening at a higher rate in your brain when you are going through stressful times. Omega-3s, 2 grams total of EPA and DHAs. And that will help you, guys, not just your body, even though the body and the brain are not separate really, but also your brain. You're going to feel more motivated. We talked about how B6 that is used in stressful times more, how B6 helps needed to create dopamine or serotonin or GABA, those feel good and go get shit done brain chemicals, neurotransmitters, right? So these vitamins, minerals, they will actually help you feel better and do more things and do better things. They will also help you to sleep better. That is, I hope you're not going to argue with me, one of the most important elements of getting through challenging times. You sleep better, your brain works better, and you make better decisions, and you take better action, and you're much more likely to deal with the situation faster and better. And that's it for today, guys. I know that you found it very useful. This information is not talked, enough about when it comes to stress management. Nutrition is a primary stress management tool. We are made of what we put in our body. We are made from those vitamins and minerals. They are needed to help us cope with life and get on top of everything and make it better, right? So, ask any questions, reach out, Angela Brain Body Coach on Instagram, Angela at brainbreakthroughcoach.com. My email, please share this episode with people you love who might be going through challenging times, or buy them those vitamins, this B complex, multivitamin, magnesium, zinc, and omega-3s, right? Buy all of this, reach out, share this episode. Please review on iTunes or, Spotify, favorite us so more people know this kind of information, and just share it in your stories, screenshot, tag me everywhere, right? And I also would love to hear from you. And guys, just take care of yourself through nutrition, and you'll deal with life and enjoy your life so much more. And with that, I'm going to conclude this episode. Guys, stay tuned for future episodes. Have an amazing, I think that's going to be our last episode for this year. So have an amazing New Year celebration. Take some time to reflect and think about the lessons that you learned and things that you're going to do better in the new year. So take time for that, even if it's an hour. Celebrate the coming of new year with your loved ones and people you care about. And leave what didn't work behind, learning from it. Start designing new year with new goals, aspirations, and motivations. And have a happy new year, and I'll talk to you in 2023. And get those multivitamins. Hey, maybe a good idea for a new year present, right? So talk to you in 2023.